Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Tim. Today's class, we're going to do a total body power flow. We're going to begin with a brief meditation to ground ourselves, to focus inward. We'll bring awareness to the breath. Then we'll get into a nice flow to heat up before we get into the poses that help to strengthen, and then some deep stretching. You'll see. You'll dig it. All right, let's begin a comfortable seat for meditation. So you could sit in Virasana with a little bit of support or cross-legged. Make sure that you have enough support underneath you to where you feel like you can sit up tall without straining. Aim your sit bones straight down. Aim your rib cage straight down to your pelvis. Broaden across your collarbones. And then balance the roof of your mouth back over top of your pelvic floor. Close your eyes. Draw your awareness inward. Start by sensing the hands, the feet, and the breath moving in and out through your nose. So practice feeling your body in space. Now let's slightly start to lengthen the breath. First, by exhaling the air completely out. When you exhale completely, feel that naturally you have more room for the in-breath. So instead of trying to suck more air in, focus on exhaling all the air out. And the ribcage completely deflating, the lungs completely deflating. And then allow for the rib cage to expand, the lungs to fully inflate, the whole circumference of the rib cage, whole 360 degrees. Then open your eyes. And we're going to keep that focus of the breath pump. So now come into Balasana, child's pose, with your knees together, arms back. Let your head drop down. And then come up onto your hands and your knees. Round your back, and as you exhale, look back at your navel. Inhale into extension, flip your sit bones up, like a wave roll up through your spine. Exhale to round through your back. And inhale. One more round. Then come into neutral and step your right foot up to the outside of your right hand. Bring your right hand towards your left forearm and slide the back of your right shoulder deeper onto the inside of your leg. As you inhale, twist open, reach your arm up. Exhale, slide the back of the right shoulder down. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, slide through. Plant your hand, change legs. Slide the back of the left shoulder down. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, slide down. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, slide down a little bit deeper. Then put your hand down. Step your back foot forward, so now both feet are at the outsides of the hands. And see how low you can drop your buttock while staying on the center of your heel bones, without letting the heels lift, without letting the feet twist in or out. Then start to straighten your legs, hook your big toes. As you inhale, slowly drop the buttocks. Lift up through your crown. And as you exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, slowly lower your buttocks. Exhale, straighten your legs. Then take the feet hip distance apart, little bend in the knees, grab a hold of your elbows. Release your hands down to the ground. Roll yourself up to stand. Adjust your feet for mountain pose. Feet close together or all the way touching. Balance in between your heels and your toenails. Adjust your pelvic roots. Imagine from your navel down through your pelvis, you have roots growing from your navel down through your hips, down through your legs. Join your palms together, and with your eyes closed, take a slow breath in through your nose. And let it out. Open your eyes, release your arms to your side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back into a lunge and lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Exhale, bend your elbow out to the side like a cactus arm. Inhale, side bend, reach up and over. Buttock flesh in and down, rib cage in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and step to plank position. Hold in your plank, engage your core, engage your glutes. Lower down slowly to elbow height. Now if you have difficulty getting to the chaturanga position, you can drop your knees down. Otherwise, legs straight, tailbone in, navel in. Lie down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra pose. Lower your heart down. Lift your hands up off the mat. Press up into plank position. Stretch back into downward dog. Raise your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, pull up and round your back. Push the floor down as you spread your shoulder blades. Step your foot up by your thumb. Drop your back knee. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Exhale, bend your elbow out to the side like a cactus arm. Inhale, reach up and over, side bend, tailbone in, rib cage in and down. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee and step back into plank position. Engage your glutes, engage your core. Lower down slowly, elbow height. Pause. Lie down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra pose. Low cobra, high cobra, or up dog. Lower back down. Engage your core, rib cage to pelvis, buttocks down. Lift your hands up an inch. Feel the backs of the shoulders turning on, getting strong. Press up into plank pose. Stretch back into down dog. Raise your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Step your foot up by your thumb. Step your back foot forward and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Raise your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your right leg back, lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, bend out into cactus. Feel the back of the shoulder, back body engaged like you're pulling the elbow down. As you inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, hands to the mat. Adding on, lift your back knee and twist. Take your left arm up. Bring your left hand down. Step your back foot an inch or two closer. And breathe the left leg towards straight. Bend your knee, plant your hands, and step to plank pose. Engage your core. Lower slowly to elbow height. Lie on your belly. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Lower back down onto your belly. Rib cage down, tailbone in. Lift your hands up an inch. Then press up into plank pose. Stretch back to dog. Raise your right leg up. Bring your knee to your chest. Shift into plank. Press the floor down as you spread your blades. Step your foot up by your thumb. Lower your back knee and inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, bend the elbow out to the side like you're pulling a band from the ceiling. Feel the back engage. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Twist as you lift your back knee. Bring your right hand down. Step back to plank position. Step your back foot an inch or two closer. Then stretch your right leg towards straight. Then bend your knee and step back into plank position. Now in this plank, engage your core. Bring your left knee up to your left armpit. Change, right knee up to your right armpit. Change, left knee to left armpit. Now keep your core engaged, rib cage in. As you inhale, stretch the leg back, bend the knee, open up your hip. Don't let your rib cage fall to the floor, and reach your buttock down towards your back heel, out of your lower back. Shift into plank and pull your knee up to your left armpit. Right armpit. Step back. Change sides. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Rib cage in. Buttocks lengthens towards your back heel. Then shift to plank. Pull your knee up to your elbow. Step your foot back into downward facing dog. Good, now inhale your left leg, reach it up behind you, step your foot up to your thumb, step your back leg forward, and fold. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, stand, Samasthiti. Take your feet outer hips distance apart, sit back into chair with the arms forward. Draw your rib cage in and down, buttock flesh down. Then open your arms out to the side. Keep your rib cage in as you lift the hands away from the ground. Then stand, hands to prayer. Inhale into chair, arms forward. Stay low in your chair, rib cage in, lift the arms out to the side. Stand, hands to prayer. Last one, inhale to chair, arms forward. Sternum in, spread the arms out to the side. Stand, hands to prayer. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, lower your heart down, lift your hands up, engage your core. Now keeping the hands up, stretch the arms all the way forward. Bend the elbows back into cactus. Hands back by your side ribs, press up into plank. Stretch back to dog. Step your right foot. Crescent lunge, engage your outer hip. Raise your arms up. Hands back to the mat. Step back and lower down onto your belly. Engage your core, lift your hands up an inch. Turn your thumbs up as you reach your arms forward. Pull your arms back into cactus. Bring your hands next to your side ribs and press into plank. Stretch back into down dog. Step your left foot. Crescent lunge, engage your left outer hip, in and under. Raise your arms. Hands down. Step back and lower with control onto your belly. Lift your hands up an inch. Turn your thumbs up, tailbone in and down. Reach forward. Pull the arms back into cactus. Bring the hands next to your side ribs, press up. Downward facing dog. From downward dog, bring your thumbs together, push the floor down. Push the floor away, drive your thigh bones up and back. Then step your right foot up to the outside of your right hand, spin your back heel down. Inhale, come up into Guru 2. Straighten your right leg and reach out for triangle pose. Look for the end of the exhalation. And as you do, feel your rib cage draw back in and down into neutral. As you inhale, visualize the bottom rib ring expanding. And then each rib ring rolling up, expanding. Bend your right knee. Put your right hand a foot in front of your foot on the block or on the floor. And raise your back leg. Now your call, you can hold here in half moon or bend your left knee and reach back with your hand for your foot. Open back up if you're holding the foot. Bend your knee and slide back, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. Hands to the mat, step back, vinyasa. Bring your thumbs together in down dog. Drive the thigh bones up and back. Then step your left foot up to the outside of your left hand. Turn your back heel down, come up into warrior two. Straighten your left leg and tip from your pelvis out over your leg. Triangle pose. Bend your knee, slide your hand and foot in front of your foot, and step up. Hold there or bring the heel towards the buttock and reach back with your hand for your foot. Whichever one you're doing, remember your out breath. Exhale all the air out so you can reconnect to your core. At the end of the exhalation, feel how the rib cage and pelvis naturally reposition. And then as you inhale, see if you can keep some of that repositioning. Expand the whole circumference of the rib cage. Open back up if you're holding your foot. Bend your knee and slide back into warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. See if you can drop your left thigh bone a little bit deeper. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg and turn your toes in. Stand here in Utthita Hasta Padasana for a moment. Reconnect to your core on your exhalation, ribs in, tailbone in and down. Then bring your knuckles together behind your back or take reverse prayer. Turn your left leg in a little more than halfway. You can pick it up, turn it. As you turn to face your right leg, press down through your right heel, big toe mound, little toe mound. Inhale, roll your chest open. Exhale, fold forward out over your right leg. Now make sure you haven't locked the leg by dropping the shin bone. Instead, keep the reach into the right big toe mound. Draw the thigh bone up and back, hip crease back, but keep that connection to the right big toe mound and deepen the right hip crease at the same time. You can imagine a line of energy or a thread connecting big toe mound to hip crease. Then press down through your feet. Inhale, come up. Right hand on your hip, raise your left arm. As you exhale, twist, reach, place your hand down on the shin angle block floor. There's a bunch of options there that you can put your hand down onto. Find the one that works best for you to where you're not collapsed. I actually like a little tiny block in this one. Then hold here, or look down and take it up to balance. Slide your hand and foot in front of your foot and raise your back leg. Now from here, with as much stability and control as possible, we're going to go back to Utthita Hasta Padasana. Bend your right knee, step back, windmill the arms up and over, find extended hands at feet pose. Bring your knuckles together behind your back, turn your legs to the left now. So pick up your back foot, turn it a little more than halfway. Ground through your back heel bone, left foot. And as you inhale, roll your heart up. Exhale, fold forward out over your leg. Focus the energy down between your left big toe mound and second toe mound, and draw a line up into your hip socket. See if you can increase the length of that thread or line. Then press down through your feet. Inhale, come up. Left hand on your hip, raise your right arm. And exhale, twist. Look down. Slide your hand to the front of your foot on the inside and raise your back leg up.
Oh.
Bend your left knee, step back, Utthita Hasta Padasana. Say that 3 times fast. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders and elbows back, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Hook your big toes. Inhale, lengthen, reach your heart forward. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side, let your head drop down. Inhale, find a flat back. Hands to your hips, press into your feet and come back up to stand. Turn your left leg out and step forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Then from down dog, bring your feet together. Roll into the outside edge of your left foot. Take your right arm up. If it's too challenging on your shoulder or on your core to hold the side plank with your legs straight, you can drop your left knee down to the ground, like so. 20 more seconds. If it bothers your wrist, you could also do it on your forearm instead. Stretch back into down dog. And change sides. Roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Take your left arm up. Hold there or drop the knee or the elbow. Stretch back into downward dog. Look between your hands. Make your way to seated. Set yourself up for Navasana. Lean back until you find your tailbone. Balance in between your sit bones and your tailbone. Hold there. Slide the knees towards you. Now see if you can lift your feet up, keeping your knees and your chest close towards each other. See if you can keep that as you take your arms forward. Then lower your heel bones down, roll down to your sacrum, pause. Roll to your low back, pause. Hold there, back bottom ribs touching. See if you can take your right leg forward, keeping the pelvis reaching down to the rib cage on the exhalation. Then change legs. Then come back up. Bring the knees in close. Navasana. Then plant your hands down, foot behind you. Open up across your chest, but connect your rib cage down to your pelvis. Press into your feet and lift your hips up. Lower your buns down. Come back into boat pose. Balance into between the tailbone and sit bones. One leg up, then the other. Hug in with your legs. Take your arms forward without sinking back. Maybe if you have hamstring flexibility, you can take the legs straight up. Then heels down, roll your sacrum down. See if you can hover there. Roll the tailbone, or roll the lowest lumbar, next lowest, find the back ribs. Hold that. Stretch your left leg forward. Then the most advanced, the strongest of strongs, could keep all that ab work to kind of lose it a little bit with both legs. Oh, there it is. And then balance on your sacrum. So you lift up off the lower back. Then bring your legs into tabletop position. Right leg up, left leg forward. Twist up and over to the outside of your right ankle. Right hand behind your head, reach your left arm. Change, go up to the left. Change, up and over to the right. Change, go to your left. Come back to center. Lower your feet down and come right into bridge pose. Grab a hold of the sides of the sticky mat and spin your upper arm bones. Turn your elbows down and your biceps up. But then as you exhale, draw the rib cage back in and down to the hips. Lower your hips back down. Position your hands underneath your shoulders and then turn your triceps in towards your face. Drop the ribs down as the skin of the triceps and elbows reach back. From there, lift your hips up and see if you can lift up onto your head for a breath or press all the way up. Or if you're like, no way, dude, that's not gonna happen today, then you just hang out in this position and you're getting a nice stretch for your armpit, chest, tricep, wrist that will eventually one day lead you up into the next phase of the pose. Lower yourself down, whichever one you're doing. I just showed the prep today. Arms out to the side. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Scoot your hips over to the right a little bit and let your knees fall over to the left. Bring your knees and your hips back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Hips over to the left, knees over to the right. Come back to center. Change the cross again, right knee over the left, and then see if you can grab a hold of the tops of your feet. Change the cross of your legs. There's a nice outer hip experience here, wouldn't you say? Then uncross. Roll yourself up to seated. Sit with your legs wide apart. Then bring your left heel to your pubic bone. Turn to face your left knee. Slide your right hand along your right inner leg. Sit down through your left hip as you take your left arm up and over. You can reach with the hand up and over, or you can slide the hand behind the head. Come back up and change sides. Come back up. Then for our final pose, we're gonna go for seated forward fold with an optional plow to shoulder stand. Raise your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, reach out for your feet. Reach the sit bones down. Feel the back ribs expand. Now, if you're able to go very deep in this shape, then you might be able to go into plow and shoulder stand without jacking up your spine. If you're not so sure about it, just hang out here to be safe. Otherwise, scoot your butt forward towards the front of your mat. Take your legs up and over. And if your feet come to the ground with ease, you can bring your hands to your back and lift your legs up. If your feet don't come to the ground with ease yet, then you'll take this pose with your feet up onto a chair or against a wall, like that. Oh, never turn your head once you get the legs up and over. My bad. Then lower your legs back down, roll yourself out. And stretch your legs out for Shavasana. So after that deep forward fold or the shoulder stand, you should feel like your nervous system feels really cooled down. And you're just ready to drop everything, let go completely. Take one last deep breath. Fill up your lungs. Expand your rib cage. And as you let it out, let go of any tension you're still holding. From head to toe, let your body drop. And for the next couple minutes, give yourself permission to be fully present, observing the sensations in the body and the breath. Let the thoughts come in and out. Keep your focus training onto your breath and the sensations in the body. Take a moment here to practice gratitude for the practice and all the benefits it brings you. And maybe pick out a few other things that you can be grateful for today. Set your intention. And then bend your knees. Waking up now out of the Shavasana as if reborn, refreshed. Roll over to your side and press up. Bring your palms together. Thanks, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much
Thanks for joining me today for this class. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and let me know what you did enjoy. Also, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Click that red button, and that way you won't miss any future videos when you turn on the notification bell. And it really helps me out a bunch. So
yeah, if you like the video, I was using Tim Senesi's class to do yoga, and yeah, it's really a great practice to strengthen your body and calm your mind, because mental health is about calming the mind in the midst of all the chaos that's happening in our lives today. So thanks again for tuning in, and today we're not going to go live because we have a meeting at around 10. We have a meeting with Shai. So I'll see you guys then another time. Have a good day. Love you. Bye.